Hey guys, I am back. I've been gone for a while. I am a couple weeks behind on my reviews. I've been sick and whatever, there's been a lot going on. So gonna try to catch up hopefully this week and get back on schedule. But now we're gonna get into season 5, episode 2 of How to Get Away with Murder. We are still at this party or wedding. Everybody's dancing and Bonnie has this baby that she found in the snow last episode. It looks like Frank is sad and lonely and he's projecting that onto Bonnie, whatever. Annalise is now moving in to her new spot, compliments of her new job. It looks like a very nice laid out place. And yeah. Okay, the girl that ran the DNA sample as a favor to Nate, she came back, she did her own additional research even though he didn't ask her to do it. And the DNA that came back 100% match. I don't know if it came back to Bonnie or Annalise, but she's saying that the particular samples came from DC. So I guess she went and did some additional forensic or DNA type work on the Maddox kid. And that DC organization is on missing children. All right, now it flashes back to an episode from last. It flashes back to a scene from the last episode where Nate challenges the Maddox kid to a game of basketball, and he, kind of says, "Hey, I'm about to go grab a drink of water," and tries to clone his cell phone, but it doesn't work out so well. All right, now Annalise is back in the class teaching under her new employment with the company that I'm still going to call her Ernestine because I don't know her name on the show from Underground. They worked at, that was the middle of the whole controversy last season. I'm going to be honest and say a lot of these cases I really don't pay attention to. I'm more interested in who's going to die this season and why. So forgive me if I don't get all the names of the scenarios right. But now they're trying to reappeal some of the guilty pleas that some people put in a while back. And Michaela has, proposed a very good idea to her client and to Annalise, which is different because Annalise is kind of never pleased with Michaela. So we'll see how that goes. All right, Nate, we're back from the commercial, and Nate is in D.C. at the missing children place, sharing the information on, I'm going to assume, Maddox, but he has to get a signature from the acting DA, and since he's doing this kind of pro bono off the record, it'll be interesting to see how he gets around that. Okay, so Steen's name is Tegan on this particular series, so it's going to be hard going from calling her Steen on Underground to Tegan on How to Get Away with Murder. That's just a side note. But Tegan runs into Michaela, kind of going over, practicing her case or what she's going to say to the DA or whatnot. So yeah, now she has an attitude with Annalise because Michaela is back and she didn't want to see her again since everything that went down last season. All right, now Escher is at the new DA's office that Bonnie is working for. And trying to get a internship there. So I guess his objective is to go work for the enemy, essentially, since Annalise didn't give him a seat in the class. All right, they were trying the case of I don't really know where she's from, but a foreign citizen killing her wife. And they're kind of saying that she only did it for a visa, and then they proved in court that she's really straight, and her deceased husband is who signed off on her visa, so that kind of those are rich in the case. All right, so now they have to change strategies because the case is blown as far as that is concerned, and now they have to figure out how they're going to sell them on the case that I'm going to say Muslim, I don't know if that's the correct thing, but assuming that the Muslim lady really loved her female lover and not her deceased husband. I'm a little bit confused too, so don't answer me. All right, so Connor came back to work for Annalise, and Laurel thought he was babysitting Christopher, but he wasn't. He actually left the baby with Nate, and Nate met this lady, and he hooked up with the lady the same night in the house that he's watching the baby in, which awkward. But Laurel gets an attitude because essentially Nate has moved on. You just denied his proposal. He said you didn't want to be with him and you didn't want to use him. So I'm not really sure why she's upset, but she is. So Bonnie has hooked up with the up and coming DA, which yay, Bonnie doesn't look so sad and depressed for once. And Annalise calls her in the midst and asks her for her login password, which tells me that she was very dependent on Bonnie. When you don't know your own passwords, not my business, whatever. So she invites Bonnie over to dinner, and Bonnie agrees, which is weird because they've been having boundaries since last season, and yeah, we'll see how that goes. So now Nate is reading over the information that the new chick brought to him, and it kind of flashes back to a younger Bonnie saying that her dad got mad and started to abuse her once he found out she was pregnant. And she passed out during labor, and when she woke up, they told her the baby was dead. So I'm going to use context clues and kind of guess that Maddox, I think his name is Christian, whatever, I'm just going to call him Maddox. Maddox is Bonnie's son, and that's why he came back to the school. Well, transferred to the school, to Annalise's class. All right, so I know it's getting a little dark. I'm losing my light, my natural light. Just listen to the sound of my voice. So they called the deceased lady's son to the stand just to kind of gauge his relationship with his Muslim stepmother. So the son is on trial, he's on the stand, and Annalise reads off some anti-Muslim hate speech, and it turns out that it came from the son's computer, and that she thinks that the son killed his mom in an attempt to kill his stepmom. So I think he had a case of mistaken identity. Ended up killing his mom by accident. So now he can't take it, and he's just calling Annalise like a stain on the fabric of this country, such as the Muslims, blah 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 blah. Whole bunch of hate speech. So kind of looks like he killed his own mom because he's so hateful. I'm sorry to laugh, but it happens in real life. So it looks like they won the case, and the son is now going to jail, and the Muslim stepmom is cleared of all charges. So they won the case, and it looks like Asher has figured out a way to weasel a way into getting a internship at the DA's office. So we'll see how that goes, because I guess essentially that puts him on the opposing side of Annalise. So, and he knows a lot from these last 2 seasons. So let's just hope he doesn't get loose lips. And Nate has somehow gotten the DA's attention, got him distracted, while also getting him to sign that paper he needs to get signed. So we'll see how that goes also. All right, so the new guy, Maddox, got kicked out of his apartment, and now he's staying in Wes's old apartment, which is weird. And Nate has somehow hooked cameras up in that room, so I guess he's gonna keep an eye on the Maddox kid from Wes's old apartment. All right, I finally got up and turned the light on and stopped being lazy. And now Bonnie is telling Annalise that she's fallen in love with the new DA. Weird. So yeah, they're arguing about that. All right, so we're at the last possible scene, kind of foreshadowing to the overall theme of who's gonna die this season. Bonnie's taking the baby in the bathroom and cleaning him up, and Michaela and Laura walk in, and they're wondering, hey, what's wrong with the baby? And she's like, nothing, he needed a diaper change. And Laura, as oblivious as she always is, just walks out with the baby. Hey, we need one more dance, whatever. And Michaela looks down at Bonnie's feet, and she was like, hey, have you talked to Nate? And Bonnie's like, no, I haven't talked to Nate. So I'm assuming Nate had the baby. So Michaela's like, whose blood is that? Because Bonnie has blood around her ankle. So yeah, we're still wondering who died, and we probably won't know until the last episode or whatever. We won't know until the end of the season. So yeah, that was season 2 of episode 5.